Alrighty guys, here we are, second day on the trip. We're currently in Flagstaff, Arizona, and today we're going to be going out on a drive and Whoa, you guys didn't think I was going to leave you without an intro, did you? Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new vlog. It has been quite a while since I've done one of these large feature vlogs and I'm so glad to be getting back to you. This video is probably going to be the longest vlog type video on the channel for a very, very long time, and that is for good reason. I pretty much took every big thing I enjoy doing in these vlogs and threw it all into one big video that you're watching right now. We're going to be doing horseback riding, some cave exploration, all sorts of different hiking, looking at ruins and architecture, and all of that's going to be in one single video. I'm going to keep this intro a pretty short one because the excitement in this video pretty much speaks for itself, but we're going to be visiting Pagosa Springs, Colorado, which is a really, really cool town that is a super surprising, charming little place not a lot of people know about, but is definitely worth visiting. We're going to be checking out lots of national parks and visiting tons of old Native American Indian ruins, which are incredible. I think you guys are going to love seeing those. We're also going to be going on all sorts of crazy, treacherous hikes and doing some exploring. This video is just going to be a great one. And then guys, the other huge part, we're going to be heading out to the Grand Canyon on our trip back in from Colorado. I've actually never been to the Grand Canyon before, and I am so hyped to take a look at it and share that with you guys. Anyway, this video is so large and exciting, I can't possibly share it all in this intro, so let's get right back into the story. So we're going to be heading out to Sunset Crater and driving out there and taking a look there. And we're also going to be going over to the Wupatki National Monument, which is a really cool old Indian monument. I do enjoy seeing a lot of these ancient ruins and monuments. Pretty much just going to be a whole day out exploring this stuff. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And it's about time to get on the road so we can head out there nice and early. Alright guys, so we just stopped at the visitor center. Here we are now at the little lava flow trail. This is just a short little trail that we're going to go ahead and walk up, and we're going to get to see some of the lava flows from the actual Sunset Crater volcano area up here. Don't quite get the point of this sign over here. Take a look at what we have here, guys. I saw this little grate here, and then I looked down and I saw that there is a deep shaft under here, a deep lava tube. And if you go over here, you can really see down into it. Let's see what we've got and see how far down this goes. This is really cool down here, guys. And this is all natural stuff as well. Take a look at the texture on this rock. It is super weird because all of the lava was just bubbling and produced these holes in the rock where all the air was just bubbling due to all the heat and everything. That is cool. Really unique texture here, and this stuff is still solid. Alright, let's climb on out of here now. That was neat, guys. I've got to say, I wasn't expecting this little loop to be so exciting, but it was in fact pretty cool. They had some really neat lava tubes out there, which I was not expecting to see, and there really was a lot of stuff. You don't even have to go all that far out to start seeing some good stuff. So that was fun, and now we're going to head up to Wapatki, and up there, obviously, I'm sure there's going to be even more great stuff. Here's some historical information. There are some actual shelves in here. That is neat. Take a look at these shelves. I don't know what this material is. I guess that's like a rock, but it almost looks like wood. Here's another passage into a room or something that looks to be covered in there. We're definitely gonna go in there, but it looks like some animal or something actually ate a rabbit and just completely left that right there. That is kind of gross. All right, let's head on in. Oh, there's another rabbit leg. Wow. Here we are. This has some high walls. This is really high up there. And then there's this. Can't even see out of this. I don't know what they would have used this for, because you can't even really see out of this, honestly. Got another window. This is cool. These offer excellent views all the way out. This really feels like being inside of a fortress. Look at the thickness. This is my hand, and this is the thickness of the wall itself. So this really would have been a secure location. I just noticed this, but here on the wall you can see that there's also an old piece of wood here that's pretty much turned into rock that's just right here and is a portion of the wall as well. That's really neat there. We're now coming up on the ruins. This viewpoint here offers an excellent way to see all of the ruins down here and to associate them with the terrain and see what they look like in comparison to the terrain itself. There's a little bowl down there. I'm guessing they would do like put on some type of function in there, and that would be like a seating ring. And then over here is some sort of a structure. This is amazing. So guys, actually when this was first found in 1933, a lot of this location was buried under lots of rubble. So they actually had to excavate this in order to discover and show these ruins and expose them to the world. So this has all been dug out so that we can see what we're now seeing today. If you guys can see the layout here, there are lots of clusters of rooms, and these are actually storage rooms that they would have used to store their supplies. They did a lot of farming, processing, and harvesting corn, and these are the grinding stones that they used to do that. These are the grinding stones for the corn, and the reason this facility is so large and does have so many separate storage rooms is because they would actually save the crop from the previous year, so if the next year didn't result in a good harvest, they still had some corn left over and some stuff left over. This room was designed so that fires could actually be held indoors. If you see the arrows on the wall there, those help point to the layout of the system itself. And if you look up here, you can see where there's a very interesting exit and passageway up in the wall that is what basically allowed the smoke and fumes from the fire to escape, making it safe to be in this room while a fire was going.
Resembles a great kiva, a special room used for rituals and ceremony.
Alrighty guys, so that underground system that I just showed in the video is actually called a blowhole, and it is really, really cool. That hole in the ground is connected to a system of earth cracks and tunnels that's over 20 miles long, and there is constant air pressure in those tunnels that comes out and creates a really, really cool feeling of pressure at the hole itself. The airspeed itself in that hole is actually clocked in at over 30 miles an hour, which is a really fast, powerful blast. I highly recommend, if you're in the Wapaki area, that you take a look at the visitor center and then hike down to the blowhole, because it's totally worth seeing and feeling. This is cool. This is really cool. They just decided to use this giant rock right in the middle of the wall here, and then they put a post under it to help support the rock. That is neat. That rock is very large and actually makes up the floor of the room above too, if you can see right there. It actually goes all the way through, so it's not just on the edge here, but it goes all the way through. This room is apparently the room that they used to use to store their trash originally. This was the room that they used for storage, and you can see how big of a room this is. So these rooms could have been quite large as well, very high ceilings. They built into a lot of these natural rocks and used the rocks as somewhat of a pre-made structure, and then just built onto them where they needed to as well. This is a table showing all of the native arthropods here. That is really cool. That's a cool crater right there. It's hard to see, but if you look way off to the right over there, you can see a little bit of like a cistern or something that they created on the ground there. I don't think we have much of a way to get down there and look, but that is neat. Alrighty, from over here we can see that cistern a little bit better here. There's actually another one. This might actually be, I'm starting to think that this was a multi-story location, and that those might actually be entryways to lower floors or something. Yeah, that might be an entryway. I don't know if that second one is even a cistern there. It looks like there were even more structures down here. This is the top. I wasn't planning on filming too much in this specific area, but then I saw this and I decided it was time to take the camera out. This is neat. These doorways are so tiny. To show where we actually are, here it is down from this hole right at the bottom of the wall. You can see just how far down that canyon actually is. I'm thinking here that the Pueblos actually did some of their farming down in this canyon. This is some moister ground and looks a lot more fertile than the rest of the area out here. This looks like a great, good sheltered area for running a crop that still gets some sunlight, but also is gonna have a lot more irrigation. Alrighty guys, well Wapatki was actually awesome. I was not expecting Wapatki to be quite as cool as it was, but I am really, really impressed with the things we saw out there. Especially that last set of ruins that you guys just saw. Those ruins were just absolutely great, and what's crazy is that's one of the least popular parts of the area, yet they really blew me away the most out of everything I saw there. Next up, we headed over to Walnut Canyon, which again was another thing that thoroughly surprised and impressed me. I had a feeling it was just going to be a big tourist destination and there wouldn't be much to see, but it was amazing, and I think the best way to show you guys that is to go ahead and show you for yourselves. That is crazy. They actually lived inside of those little caves that they built inside of the rock. That is crazy. Right there, that crevice is one. This just gives you an idea of the types of things these people lived in and created out of the natural stone in the mountain here. Wow, so this is what they actually built right here. In this area, we can actually see it right here on the hillside. If you turn around, this actually feels pretty secure. It seems like it actually does offer somewhat decent shelter. These are divider walls. These are ancient walls that they built to divide these areas up into rooms and different dwellings here. This is some adobe. Adobe is pretty cool. I definitely like this nice kind of yellowish tint, I guess you would call this kind of greenish yellow tint. If you look right here, you can see that they were in fact using pieces of trees and wooden beams to support their doorways and passageways, which is also really neat. Alrighty guys, so here we are. We've gone ahead and stopped at the Four Corners Monument, and these are basically the four corners where Arizona, Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico meet. So we're here, and apparently according to the GPS, we're actually currently standing in Utah right here, and I'm not sure where that official border is. This is a neat location because there are some trails out here, and this is actually a Navajo Nation's national monument, which definitely makes it pretty cool and adds some charm to the place. Okay folks, here it is, the Four Corners. Actually a little bit of echo right in the center here. I was not expecting my voice to echo like that. But here we are. So technically right here, we are actually standing in the center of four different states, as you can see guys. Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah. So guys, very interesting tidbit of information. The center of the monument right down there actually isn't the true location of the Four Corners where the four borders meet, but the true location is actually right here, right where this little rock on the ground that somebody happened to place here is. It's 4 posts down on this fence right here. It's 5 posts down on this fence, and this right here is the true Four Corners where we are currently standing. All the time?
So you didn't want to look at the video.
We made it to town. Welcome to Pagosa Springs, Colorado, or I guess actually more accurately, my setup here where I'm currently in the middle of editing this video. I didn't really do much filming that first evening we got there to Pagosa as I wanted to take everything in and get myself all set up to go to vlog the next day. Anyway guys, welcome to Pagosa Springs for real this time. Alrighty guys, well some things can be quite surprising. When we headed on into the main lobby building, which is actually a little ways away from here, it looked kind of like an older motel and not so much like a super upscale place. But now that we are actually here to our unit, this place looks really, really nice. There's a little lake back there that looks pretty cool. And this is a really nice unit that I want to show you guys. It's actually pretty dang cool inside. Alrighty guys, coming on in, as you can see, it has some charm to it. Once you're inside, all the way out at the end there, you immediately have a view of the little lake and the other units on the side. But if you take a look here from the angle, you can see the mountains directly behind, and that is really what we're here for. In here, we've got a nice, charming living area here with a big stone fireplace and also some wood paneling, and then a really good living area that actually has pretty spacious seating with a nice TV and everything in here. Here's the first dining area, and there are actually two dining areas. There's another good sized one upstairs as well, but this is the first one with a kitchen that looks to be recently remodeled right next to it. This is a nice looking kitchen, as you guys can see. It's pretty nice. It looks like they just put in new cupboards and everything, so it looks great. From up there, you guys can see the loft, which actually has its own separate bedroom as well as a seating area. Coming in here is the main master bedroom here. Got a nice, good king-size bed, again following through with the rustic theme. Here's another pretty neat window out to a view, and you can see the mountains out there and the little lake, which definitely spruces it up quite a bit. And then guys, next to that master bedroom, this is like a master suite setup. So in here, you have a good regular full-size closet in there that comes with everything you would need. And then next to that, you have a restroom here with a bathtub and toilet, obviously. And then right next to there, you actually have your own little sink area, which is actually separate from the water closet and the rest of the bedroom. Here is the cool stairway with the neat porthole window. There it is right out there. This balcony is neat. It overlooks the lower level up in the loft. Got another seating area up here with a nice leather couch. And then finally right over here, you just have a closet and some utilities, as well as the second bedroom. This is also a really nice bedroom that actually has a bigger TV than the other one. And another amazing view out of this one. I think this bedroom has the best view. That is beautiful. And then aside from that, there's one more bathroom just upstairs. So overall, it's a pretty cool unit. Good morning everybody, here it is. It is a beautiful morning out here in Pagosa Springs, Colorado. I am already enjoying myself very much. It was definitely a much better sleep here than it was at the hotel the previous night. Had a much nicer bed, had my own private room and everything. But here we are, and directly behind me, these views are quite nice. When we first came in, I wasn't entirely sure what to expect because the front lobby is quite a ways away from here, as I mentioned, and from there the view isn't very apparent at all. But once you get back here, you can see where the view is and where it's actually at. If you guys know me, you know I love a good mountain view, and it is very nice out here. It's slightly chilly. I'm not actually sure of the exact temperature, but I'd say it's probably somewhere around 45 degrees, but it looks very, very nice out here this morning. Today we're going to be doing quite a few exciting things, but one of our first stops is going to be visiting some ice caves that are around 30 to 40 minutes away. And honestly, I don't know all that much about them. I'm not completely sure what they're going to be like, but ice caves sound pretty cool. And you guys know I love caves and mines and lava tubes and all of that stuff. So I think it's going to be really cool, and I can't wait to see these caves and take you guys along with me. We made it down here to the trailhead, and as you can see, again out here in Colorado, it truly is beautiful out here. The coloration is incredible. There's such a large variety of coloration. There are also lots of hunters out here. This is a great area for hunting. You can see all of the hunters in their orange jackets and equipment, getting their trucks ready to go and getting geared up to go out hunting today. It's quite nice weather too. It's slightly cool, but I actually like that a lot. So it's really nice out here. Whoa, this is something that's pretty big. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna make this one quick because there are tons tons of bugs, as you guys can see. I just want to see what this is. All right, looks like it ends right up here. If you're really observant, you can see that this area was also used for climbing, and this does look like a super nice rock face. As you guys can see right there, they've installed their hooks in the rock face so that they can go ahead and tie off for climbing. That is amazing. What have we here? What is this? Just the middle of the trail. Looks to me like it actually might go down a little ways. I see another hole up here that might be an easier way of figuring out what's in there. Here we go. This has to be them. Okay, that goes deep. That goes like 20 feet deep down there. That's really far down. That is a really long ways down. That's like 25 feet at least. It's hard to pick up on the camera, but that's a long way. Look at how long this thing runs too. This thing keeps going and going, and we are just kind of at the start over here. And right over there we've got another one. Whoa, look at this. All the way up. It's a canyon. This thing's like a proper canyon down there. This thing is huge. It's honestly a little bit nerve-wracking and kind of scary. Standing here, I can even hear like an echo from down in there. This is incredible, guys. Look here. Here it opens up, and you can really see there's even a tree growing out of this and everything. And then it gets even better. This curves all the way down and heads right back down to the main trail. All right, guys, we actually might be able to go inside of that giant one at least a little bit here. Alrighty, let's head on down. Yeah, this is a full-on canyon. It really is the real deal. Alrighty, guys, it's time to get down to this here. I'm gonna leave the backpack right over here just to make it a little bit easier to get down and up. Alrighty, here we go. Let me double shirt. This honestly feels a lot like a labyrinth does. Just the feeling of being in here. It has kind of a mystical feeling. It's super neat. Here we've got a drop-off. And these logs are the scary part here. I'm not sure how I want to do that. I think I'm going to make a quick turn. And then, there we go. Some of these people have their knives. Hang on, me. Hang on, me. Start going down that thing.
There's something down here.
Alright, I'll be very careful. There we go. Here it is down here. Looks like there's another little fissure down there. Not sure where this goes. This is probably about where we're going to stop because it gets pretty narrow here, and at this point it is enclosed. But take a look at that. That's what the ground above us is being supported by right now. That is very neat. Alrighty, guys, so I'm going to go just a teeny bit further here and just stand up on that rock to see how this continues, to try to get you guys a shot of where this one goes. Yeah, it doesn't really look like there's too much worth seeing over there. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but it kind of just turns and looks like it might curve to an end up there. Pretty neat, guys. This is what it was like behind me. I know it's a bit dark now, but that was fun. Enjoyed that. I love going in there and just seeing these amazing kind of caverns and fissures that we do have. Let's head back up now. There's the same tree from up top. This is that same tree that I pointed out while I was down in the fissure. I think that was about it. Definitely worth seeing. I wasn't honestly entirely sure what this was going to be like. I was expecting this to be a lot smaller, but it's really cool and it's just completely open. You can kind of just look at whatever you want as long as you're incredibly careful out there. It is a little chilly this morning, but I am excited to get going. Did you guys notice that? I didn't even wish you good morning this time. I didn't really film any type of like a proper introduction to what we're about to do here in the vlog, but it's a brand new day and we're gonna be doing some really exciting stuff. We're gonna be heading out to a world-renowned national park known as Mesa Verde, where we're gonna be looking at even more of these really, really cool ancient Indian ruins. These are gonna be really fun, and I can tell you guys right now, this is gonna be one of the coolest parts of the whole video. So stay with me, guys, if you wanna see a really suspenseful and treacherous hike, as well as lots of really, really cool historical pieces from the past. Anyway, guys, let's get back into it and hit the road to the park nice and early.
Most people I saw there were the like 15
Okay guys, here we are at the visitor center for Mesa Verde. I'm actually really happy because it's not all that crowded at all here. People are just now starting to arrive, so we got here nice and early and it's not super packed or anything. As you can see, this is a pretty neat looking visitor center, and actually from what I've seen so far, this is quite a nice facility. I'm really excited to see all of the ruins out here. Sounds like there are just miles and miles of roads with ruins all over the place, so it should definitely be what I've been hoping for, and I can't wait to show you. This is probably going to be a lot like a super-sized version of what we just saw earlier in this video, so it's going to be really fun.
Or like where your dad said was the best breakfast.
This is definitely a really neat visitor center. It is cool they have all of their archives and everything here. It really does just show you how large this place actually is. And now we're actually gonna head out and do some of the exploration here. Unfortunately, some of the stuff is closed, but there should still be some great ruins to see nonetheless. That's really cool, guys. Those guys are actually throwing some rocks down because apparently it looks like they are incredibly loose and could be dangerous, so they're knocking them down now so they don't fall when somebody comes by. Here we are approaching the Park Point overlook. I think this one is really neat. It's also been very hyped up to us, so I thought that this was worth pulling the camera out for. Okay guys, we've just hiked up that little trail, and this right here is the fire tower. This is Park Point, and this is the highest point in all of Mesa Verde National Park. I especially love this view and the cliffside right over here behind me. That view is amazing. I love that cliffside view. Again, being Colorado, you also get a nice contrast of different colors out here. You've got the nice green from the trees and also all sorts of different hues on the hills. There's another lookout point on this side we'll walk down to as well and look at. Got an astonishing view right out these large windows. Entire wall of windows with a great view out there. We're gonna be eating right here overlooking this view of the park itself. Well, that was a nice lunch, guys, and now we are heading back out and we're gonna go on some hikes, see some petroglyphs, go out and see the ruins and all of the exciting stuff. Wow. That is incredible. Take a look at those in there. In a minute here, we're going to be heading down in and taking a look and getting as close as possible to the ruins. Whoa, that is neat. That is a crazy view. I really don't think it comes across on video just how big this area actually is, but it is very big and I just don't think that it comes across on video. That is where we started from. Here we are now. This is actually really scary. It's a good stair. We can go in these. Even that little hole right there. There. This is cool.
Is he still in there?
Oh, guys, we have some ruins up here. We officially do. Here it is, guys. This is quite a scary view, actually, if you look right down there. This is neat. Look at this ancient wall. You can see some framework for more structures they would have originally had built in here in the back. These are hundreds and hundreds of years old. That is amazing. It is getting good. Further ahead, it is getting really good. That's going to be a fun trail. Alrighty, I'm not sure. I think it's down this way. Yeah, it's down this way. Look at that shelf, that ledge. That is neat. Lots of ice on the trail, guys. This is definitely looking more dangerous now. In addition, for reference, if you guys can see that flagpole way out there, that is where we started. That's the point we started at, and this is where we are now. It's getting scary. That rock is pretty cool. Like at least half that rock is just completely cored out. Well, guys, here we are. These are actually really detailed and cool. I wasn't expecting there to be quite as much as there was. They're quite high up there too, not the easiest to get shots of, but those are cool. Do keep in mind that they didn't just get to like do this while this was all wet cement. They had to actually carve all of this and find ways to carve into the rock. So this wasn't as easy as it may look like it was to create. This must have taken tons of effort, and these are all very ancient.
Affiliated tribes, they all claim them.
Museum! Oh, no, where does it go? That actually doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The sign right there says museum, and then there's steps here with an arrow, but then it's literally just the rock. I guess you have to climb up this. Here we go, guys. To the left of that hand right there, you can see some kissing birds. That is neat. These petroglyphs are really detailed and neat, all of them.
Supposed to be easy.
I had no idea that this hike was actually going to be somewhat technical here. This is turning out to be quite a technical hike. I wasn't quite expecting that, but it's always a nice, fun, pleasant surprise getting a little bit of adventure in. Oh. Here we are. This is the edge of a cliff. Wow, guys, this is pretty fascinating here. Very steep drop on this cliff with a beautiful canyon below. Baby tarantula.
You see the red?
Wow, I have to say that was amazing. I thought this was just going to be like a quick little nature walk down in and back up. I wasn't expecting that to turn into a real hike, and I also wasn't expecting all of the cool stuff. Those petroglyphs are by far some of the best that I've ever seen. I rarely see petroglyphs that are that well preserved and that detailed, so that's definitely been a highlight so far. There were even some things up there that I still thought were really cool, but I just kind of wanted to take it all in, so I didn't even pull the camera out for everything. But I do highly recommend that you guys come here and take a look, because it is just crazy. You can't even see it from that angle, darn it. Alrighty guys, well I was thinking that it was the area over there was the main attraction over here, and while that's cool, it is not. This is the main attraction. Standing here feels incredible. Wow guys, that was such a total unexpected surprise. I was over here figuring out if I wanted to photograph the little area, the little cave in the back of that cliff behind me there, and I totally thought that was the main attraction. Then all of a sudden I just turn around and see this massive, massive, massive area of ancient ruins. That was a crazy surprise there. That was awesome. That just really put me in awe. It's a shame there's no way to hike down there and actually see the ruins, but it makes sense obviously. Anyway guys, wow, that might have almost been a highlight today. That was great. Whoa guys, you may not see it easily, but this is the house of many windows. And if we zoom in right to this point, you zoom in there, you guys can see it right there hidden away. That is very cool. It's quite hard to see, but once you see it, you cannot unnotice it. That is amazing. This is probably going to be about the last stop on our adventure here in the national park. This is the Fairview community, and it's kind of like a little community of ruins all right next to each other that are fairly intact, so we can actually see some neat stuff here and get a lot closer up than we could to the other ruins. I honestly find all of this stuff, just being out in nature, seeing the amazing things that God created, and seeing what people have created in the past, it's just so amazing. And honestly, lots of people in this world don't ever really get a chance or care to see incredible stuff like this. So the fact that I get to see this stuff, and the fact that we are able to see incredible stuff like this is awesome. Some of this stuff you can just honestly see right off the road. Some of it does take being more engaged, but some of this stuff you can even just see off the road, and it doesn't take all that much effort to really be put in awe.
Did you find the spirals?
That is neat, guys. Look at this, just in the middle of the wall, there's this design here. I'm not sure why, and I'm not sure what it stands for, but that design is right there. Wow, guys, looks like we can actually walk in to the middle here a little bit. That is neat. Take a look at that, guys. Nice and early in the morning, and they are landing a hot air balloon just behind that building over there. There they go. They're now deflating the balloon. Look at how fast that happens. Wow. Alrighty guys, here we are at the trailhead for the Sheep Creek Trail. Just got all of our gear on, got some bright orange hunting vests and some bright orange caps. This is the type of stuff that hunters wear to make sure that other hunters can see them when they're out in the forest so that they don't become accidental targets or anything. Now we're gonna head on out. It should be right around, I think, 2 miles, I'm not sure. So it should just be a quick little walk in, and we're gonna see some hot springs perhaps. It's gonna be pretty cool. The water is now in view. We are getting closer and closer. Looks like we may have a hot spring here. I'm gonna put my finger in this to see. That is cold water, that's not warm. Well guys, looks like we may have found what we were looking for here. Apparently this water is warm. Oh, I can feel warmth all around it. Yeah, I can feel warmth here, and there's bubbles coming up too. Yeah, that water is warm. That's like just about the temperature you'd want a bathtub to be at. So this is definitely a hot spring then, because obviously the water in that river is not warm. Once you get down here, this is nice warm water. If you guys see all the specks of dirt rising in there and the bubbles coming up, that is a spring, and that is water just naturally coming out of the ground. Oh, here it's really warm. That's really warm. Well, we found some much nicer hot springs. We were thinking the ones over there were gonna be about it, but then we stumbled across these just right down from the trail, and these are the real deal. Well, here we go. This one's got some steam coming from it. Whoa, that's really hot. Wow. That's actually uncomfortably hot. This is way too hot to actually get into, but that is cool. Alrighty guys, welcome to another great morning here in Pagosa Springs, Colorado. Once again, just right in front of me. The view is incredible and it's just putting me in awe again. Today we're gonna have a great day, guys. We're gonna be doing horseback riding and all sorts of incredible stuff that you know I love to do. So I cannot wait to do it, but first let's go ahead and take a look at that view. This is it, just looking out the window. Already a beautiful, beautiful mountain view. What a great way to just wake up in the morning. Alrighty guys, here we are. We decided to head out and visit downtown because we got a few hours before the horseback ride. So we're all geared up and ready to go, got our boots on and everything. But we decided while we're waiting to start the ride, we might as well head around town and visit the downtown area and see what's out there. There are some super old buildings that are really neat, and it's gonna be fun to look around. Wow, I can smell tons of sulfur right here, and there's just steam coming right up from that vent. Look at this large fountain built right on top of a hot spring and designed to look like a sulfur spring. That is really neat. You can see there's plumbing in this, but I think that they're pulling the water directly from the actual hot spring itself. You can almost feel the heat around it, and you can definitely smell the sulfur here. Okay guys, here we are. I'm gonna keep it down a little bit because there are horses here at this ranch and I don't want to disturb anybody. But here we are and we are getting ready for a ride. I'm gonna go ahead and try and rig up the action camera somewhere so that I can get some footage of the ride itself. This is gonna be quite fun. We're gonna be heading out into the woods and up into the mountains, and it's gonna be a very fun and beautiful trip that I cannot wait to show you guys. That was a really cool horseback ride. I wish I had documented more of that ride and shown more at the trip, but we were kind of short for time. But that was a great ride, one of the coolest rides I've done. Getting to go out there into the real Colorado woods and see the beautiful sky and lots of mountain views, all while being in a really wooded area, was crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing those views and seeing that scenery as much as I did. Alrighty guys, we just got done with dinner here, and now I'm actually gonna go ahead and do a little bit of filming here. It's starting to get dark out now and we're a bit past dusk, so the lighting is starting to look cool. Some of the storefronts are turning on their lights. It looks quite neat, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do a little bit of filming. Alrighty, good morning guys. Take a look at what we've got behind me. It is snowing this morning. That is just beautiful. It's about 7:30 a.m. I just got up and it is beautiful out there. In a minute we're gonna go out there and get some shots. Wow guys, it is snowing. Well guys, that is awesome. The snow just makes it so much more beautiful out here. I've got to say, it is really beautiful. And I just love the look of snow on things. Obviously snow can be a pain at times, but out here when it's just coming down nice like this, sometimes it is just a beautiful thing to see. That tree is beautiful, guys. Wow, so beautiful. That is a fox. Alrighty guys, due to the snow out there, we're not going to be doing quite as much as we have on these other days, but today we're still going to be doing some fun stuff even though there is some snow out there. Today we're going to be visiting the Ute Tribe Museum. This is a museum solely for the Ute Tribe, so we're going to be seeing some of their tribal history and all sorts of stuff. I think it's going to be really fun to see another one of these museums. So let's head on out there and see what type of history we can explore. So far, this has been a really cool looking museum, guys, I gotta say. I really like a lot of the architectural details they did here, and it really just blends in with the historical story that they are telling, which makes it a really nice place to learn, and so far I've thought that this is quite a neat looking museum. More fun than elevators. This is a cool place. Alrighty, that was the Sky Youth Casino. This was a very nice casino. I actually enjoyed my lunch here quite a bit. They have great food here, so I enjoyed that. And it was a very nice, pleasant experience. It was pretty calm and relaxed. Very laid back place, especially compared to a lot of casinos. So it was pretty cool, had a nice lunch here. And now we're gonna get back on the road and head back into Pagosa. Good morning, guys. It is cold out here, but also so beautiful. As you can see, the snow didn't melt. That gives you an idea of the temperatures that we are working with today. The lake out here actually started to ice up a little bit, which I'll show you guys in a minute. And then behind me, we've got a nice looking kind of sunrise up on the mountains there, which just looks great. Well, guys, look out there at how foggy it is and the clouds are really low. That's not just fog, those are clouds too, if you guys see, so they're pretty low. Ooh, I see some animal tracks here. These could be from like a fox or something, most likely, because I've seen foxes walking through here. Unfortunately, I only really was able to get one shot of them because they're so fast, but I think these could be from a fox. And then, guys, right here we have the lake that started to ice up. As you guys can see, there is a little layer of ice on this lake. Can't get into the car, it's frozen shut, is it? Let's try it. Let's try it. There you go. No biggie.
I wake up in the morning and it's 40 below. The weatherman tells me it's too cold to snow. I look out the window and I know that he's lying. My car's out of sight and the snow is still flying. Will the car start?
Hey, you know it won't.
Did they plow the road?
No, they don't.
Am I late for work?
You know you are.
Stuck again.
Alrighty guys, well here we are. We're gonna have breakfast at the Cafe Colorado. There is some ice that's still out here, which I am actually finding to be quite beautiful. But here we are, we're heading on in to get some breakfast.
I shovel and I shovel and I shovel that snow. I gotta get out, but my car won't go. I get the cabin fever when the
It is quite beautiful out here.
my car won't go. Call up the neighbor, he's got 4-wheel drive. He can't get out, he's buried alive. Snowshoe over, place some 52. I gotta cheer up because I feel so blue. Crank up the blower,
Hey, it won't run.
grab the shovel.
Ah, it's much more fun.
My back is broke,
You're halfway there.
snowing again. Well, I don't care.
Look at that, guys. That's a buck right there.
I shovel and I shovel and I shovel that snow. I gotta get out, but my car won't go. I get the cabin fever when the north wind blows. I gotta get out, but my car won't go.
Take a look at these tracks.
You guys been here before?
No.
This one is Triceratop. There's a smaller body of one down this way. A large vulture underneath some bones right over here. They said they never had prints of those.
Oh, look at
They
that.
traveled also. They followed the velociraptors where they were hunting. See Dilophosaurus, large.
Oh, so that's the Dilophosaurus?
That one is.
That one is.
Yeah.
That is the Dilophosaurus, guys. So this was a Bronchosaurus with 5 fingerprints. Here, if you guys take a look here, there are actually feathers on these feet. If you look very, very closely, you can see that. Well guys, this destination is quite an interesting stop. You guys are now seeing the Montkopi dinosaur tracks, or more commonly known as the Tuba City dinosaur tracks. What you'll see here are lots of trace fossil dinosaur tracks. These are genuine and they are really, really cool, and many scientists have come out here and verified what they believe these tracks to be from, as I will put up on screen. It's especially cool because this area is on tribal land, so usually when you arrive there will be some native guides that are totally willing to use their talented Navajo storytelling and give you explanations for all of the details, tracks, and fossils, and they never fail to impress and give some very interesting information. I hope you guys enjoy seeing these clips of the video. This stuff was definitely worth filming, and I honestly believe if you guys are in the area, you should absolutely go out there and take a look. And it's pretty cool. Just hearing the stories and seeing everything out there is absolutely worth it.
These prints are almost about 300 millions of billions of years. Back of the head, there would be a large antenna thing.
Oh, the
You can
squishy.
see the mouth right here, the nose. The color skin tone is green, dark green. Then you can see a large tail fin right here of exotic fish that was told his neck was claws that came out diamonds. Other sorts of living creatures. Plesiosaurus, the four-toed carnivore print we saw over there. You can see a small skull one right here. See the bones, probably of a female vulture underneath right here. These creatures, they died in the prehistoric age. You can see one right here. You You can also see a young infant right here. His little heart right here. Spinosaurus rex.
Well guys, those tracks were definitely quite neat, as were a lot of the imprints that we could see on the rocks there. I'm definitely gonna have to do some more research in the vlog while I edit this to go ahead and give you guys some more facts. The guy out here just had lots of information to share and lots of stories and information to share for us. I'm definitely gonna do some research and see what we can find online, but it looks pretty cool. There's definitely some neat stuff out here. Good morning guys, here we are at Grand Canyon National Park. Just came out of the hotel this morning and we're gonna be looking over the park today. We've only got a day to see everything here in the park on this side. I've never personally seen the Grand Canyon, but so far it is mostly living up to my expectations. It's honestly almost hard to call it a canyon. It is so wide and so large that it almost, just looking down into it, it looks like a giant valley. Here it is, the Rim Trail. This is what we're starting on. This is gonna be the first trail of the day. We're gonna be doing lots of hiking today, but this is the one we're starting with.
So we're here, we're gonna walk from here all the way along here
to Mather Point.
Actually, we're gonna go all the way to the visitor center, so probably right in here.
Nice and early in the morning. This is the Grand Canyon. Look at that trail that just zigzags the switchbacks all the way down in. Wow, that trail. That must be a fun one to hike. Here it is guys, we're gonna make this one pretty quick so that other people can come here and admire this view, as this is definitely a very impressive viewpoint. This is a beautiful spot for getting photos and everything. Wow, people right out there on that ledge. That is crazy. We got a neat tunnel up ahead. That's gonna be cool. Here's the tunnel. This is gonna be a steep way back up. Definitely gonna be a bit tiring going up something this steep for the duration of time that we will be doing it. It's a bit windy out here, but that was a very enjoyable hike. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, we didn't go down as far as I would have liked to. Honestly, quite a bit of elevation once you get down a ways. So it was a fun way back up. I enjoyed that. Always fun to push yourself just a little bit and enjoy yourself out here in nature. I thought we'd gotten about the best shots we were gonna get for today, but I was wrong. It's gonna be impossible to capture this through the camera lens, but I'm gonna do my very best. So guys, this is, I believe, Hopi Point. I will go ahead and correct myself if I am wrong, but take a look at this viewpoint, this is just incredible. This is really a super wide panoramic view. It is huge. This really gives you guys a great sense of the scale of the canyon itself. You can see it, basically your entire field of view is filled with the canyon. So it is quite a crazy thing. This is crazy. Also of note, this is the first vantage point here where you can see the Colorado River. If you guys take a look close in down there, you can see that river flowing. That's it, at the bottom of this canyon, the Colorado River. We've got elk galore. Wow guys, wow, this trip was incredible. I hope the video did an excellent job of conveying to you guys just how great of a trip this was and how much we got to do. I truly feel blessed and I'm so amazed at the amount of things we got to do and share with you guys in this trip. This trip really is one of the happiest vlogging trips I've ever done. Everything was just really, really cool and happy. And to be completely honest with you guys, one of the main reasons for that is because of how nice the people were. I kid you not, the people in Pagosa Springs, Colorado were so nice it almost felt weird. Getting to see such a nice, well-woven together, happy community was really, really fun, and that added so much extra charm to this amazing trip. And then of course, course, all of the landmarks and unique areas we got to see just really made this one of the greatest vlogs I think I've ever done. I also recommend you guys are on the lookout because coming in the future very soon, there are going to be a couple more big feature vlogs just like this one here on the channel, some of which are actually international trips. So just be on the lookout for those. And once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this one, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.